Last week, I shot with a bulky setup, the Nikon D810 and the 24-70 f2.8 lens. While I did need to switch bags to be able to carry it around with me easily, it made my busy week easier because I simply shot with that setup all week for all different photography tasks. Shooting videos, some family portraits, just walking around. It was a champ in all of the situations. This week, I have a similarly busy schedule. Lots of work to do. But this week, I'm going with something much more compact to bring around with me. I will be shooting with the Nikon V1 and the 6.7 to 13 millimeter ultra-wide lens. Last week, my setup was incredibly flexible so that it would work in so many different situations. This week, probably not so much. In fact, ultra-wide isn't something that I even shoot with very often. I do love my little V1. It's so easy to just toss into my bag and bring it with me everywhere. The little 6.7 to 13 is quite compact as well. It even collapses and locks into place when it's not in use. It's quite handy. I'm going to try to make time for a hike or a trail run this week, and this will be the perfect setup for it. It isn't going to weigh my Camelback down, and I can also capture the sweeping desert landscapes. Speaking of which, the 6.7 to 13 millimeters on the Nikon CX sensor is the equivalent of about 18 to 35 on full frame. Incidentally, the aperture range of this lens is f3.5 to f5.6, and if I'm using ultra wide, it's almost certainly for a landscape, and I almost never want a wide aperture, so that range works quite well for me. I mean, this setup isn't a low light monster, but I've shot with it in lower light conditions like sunrise and sunset plenty of times, and I've never found it lacking. So it's me in this little setup this week. I'll be challenged to use ultra wide all week, but I'm looking forward to it. It'll at least be interesting. And I'll share my results in next week's What I'm Shooting With This Week video, so be sure to subscribe. Also, ultra wide has been a bit controversial when I've talked about it in the past. Some people adore it, while others never use it. So what about you? Do you like ultra wide?